Hey guys, Mixed Media Girl here. In this video, I'm doing a dirty resin pour into some Mandala silicone coaster molds, and I'll explain what a dirty resin pour is in just a minute. I'm using Mixed Media Girl Artist Resin, and I've already mixed up my resin before the video, and I added in my resin dyes and mica powders before the video. So I'm using Alumilite white resin dye, and then some polycolor blue green mica, polycolor copper mica, and then a custom blue, which I made using the Alumilite blue resin dye, and then the polycolor sky blue mica. I might have added another color into it there, but honestly, I'm not sure at this point. But all of these are a combination of Alumilite resin dyes and then polycolor micas. Now for these molds, I only need about 2.5 ounces of resin or so. So I'm pouring all of my colors together into 1 cup, and that's what makes it a dirty resin pour. If you're doing just a regular pour or a clean pour, as some say, you would pour the colors one at a time into your mold directly. This way we're pouring them in all together. Now, pro tip with any molds that have tiny little details like this, I pre-spray it with 91% isopropyl alcohol, and that is to help with the air bubbles. I also did preheat my resin by putting it in front of a space heater for about 10 minutes or so before I mixed it up. So those two things will help you a lot with air bubbles. If it's very cold where you are, you might need to preheat it even a little bit more. But that tip about spraying it with the isopropyl alcohol before even pouring the resin in is kind of a lifesaver. So I did essentially a tree ring pattern in these molds. You can pour it however you like. And you can already see, I sped this part up, but you can see that resin moving and adjusting and the air bubbles kind of coming up through and popping. And just keep in mind, it's going to change a lot as it cures, which is pretty awesome. It just keeps going. Also, if you would like your coasters to be very similar, I would recommend doing 2 completely separate dirty pours, like using 2 cups rather than putting it all together into 1 cup. If you put it all in 1 cup like I did, the first one is going to have much more of a design and the second one's going to be a lot more blended, just due to how the resin works in the cup. So I let it cure for about 24 hours and then demolded. So that first one that I just demolded is the first cup that I poured prior, and that's why that design is a lot more distinct. And then here we have the second one, which is a lot more blended. However, I do not mind if they're not matchy-matchy, and I really love both of these, and it kind of gives you an idea of a couple different ways you can do it, and they still go well together due to having the same colors. And I love, love, love this design. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.